What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live stream of Down the Rabbit Hole. We're back here just hanging out in the studio. We have a lot to get done, but there is relief on its way. And I'm quite excited just to have a break from school because spring break is coming up. And spring break, I'm going to sit down and take one painting a day and finalize it. So everything that's laying around needs to be done. So I will probably be doing a lot of live streams over the spring break, and they'll probably be pretty long depending on, some paintings need just a little bit, some paintings need a lot. Like, for example, sorry, by the way, for being so late today. It took me a while to get everything set up, and still things aren't all set up. Like the narwhal. The UFO is just not finished. I need to add a little bit of definition. I don't know quite what. So I was kind of waiting on it. The chrome didn't really set off the narwhal like I thought it was going to. Or it just needs something like an extra color. Maybe some reflective light. I gotta figure out what I want to do here. But it needs something. It's missing a little bit. And the goal for spring break would be just really take care of that. Like, take it down, get it ready, finish it up, sign it, send it, take a photo of it, and put it up on the website for sale as a print. That would be the long goal. That's probably not going to happen. That'd be great. Most likely I will get them, if I can get them finished, cross my fingers, finished and photographed by the end of spring break. I'd be very excited. The digital part, as far as like making the skateboards images, as far as making the skateboards into digital images that are able to print, that seem to be a size that anyone would want, I don't know. I gotta figure all that out and check some dimensions. Like, what would a skateboard image look like on for instance, like I have a piece of 11 by 17, right? So 11 by 17 is quite big, but what would a skateboard print look like printed on 11 by 17? Is it of quality where you're like, well, this is something that I would want, or is it just like a weird small size where you can't see too much of the detail? Maybe I'll have to, at the end of this whole episode, put all the board images together so that they all go together. That would be kind of cool. But for now, I don't really know. The paintings, maybe a little bit more. Maybe I'll make some stickers out of some stuff and just put some random things up on the website. I also would like to get the Patreon started and some other things where people can subscribe, and then I can send out cool little sticker packs and stuff. Give me more of a reason to make cool things. I feel like I make a lot of cool things, but it just hangs out in my room or doesn't go anywhere. So I need to find more of an outlet so I can also start creating more things. I feel like when things hang out with you a long time, you don't work on them. You just look at them and go, ugh, I should finish that. So I'm trying to keep going in the process, and I think that's a real tough part for artists to kind of conquer on their journey as an artist, is like, do I really want to put in the time? I'd much rather go out and do something fun, but I guess I'll sit here and draw. Or, art is kind of a lonely sport unless you're doing collabs, which are fun, but also take a lot of work, and you're working with highly creative people in places where people think they're experts at what they do, or at least have confidence that they're experts in what they do. So I don't know. It's an interesting world. Unlike musicians, though, musicians really have to work hand in hand with each other, which I think is hard. Collab artists, you can do they do mailers where you can send a piece of art, which I have a piece of art that I need to find and send back. Where is that thing? I should send it back. I did paint it. It wasn't supposed to be sent back. It was actually sent to me as a gift. I thought I was going to get an actually painted painting, and someone sent me a palette with a blend on it, which was like blue to a darker shade of blue or purple. And then I painted some eyes on it, but I never finished it. Just another project laying around the house that never got finished. But I think I can take some of those visual images, maybe not the whole skateboard, but maybe the frogs and the tongues, and turn that into a cool sticker, or do some other things. So that's kind of my plan right now. Kind of work on that and work towards spring break as being the break from regular work life back to art life, which is work all the time. So that's kind of coming up the next week or so, or next week after we finish this week. And this week, or today, we will be just picking a new project. So new project today, finishing the old project, working on the kangaroo and the baby Joey picture. I really want to get that skateboard done, or even just, it's not even outlined yet. I haven't got it put onto the board. I haven't finished drawing what I would think is the face of the kangaroo, mainly because I just sit around and talk about it. But let's jump into the studio. That being said, let's jump over in the studio and let's check out what we're doing today. Not much. Not much is going on. Okay. All right, friend, you can't be in the shot. You can't be in the shot. You're not a star. You're not a leading role. You cannot be in the shot. Nose manual. So now we have a great shot of my keyboard, which is the cheapest Logitech. This thing is a warrior, though. Trust me, this thing's been through a war. I think I've dropped this thing 1.5 million times. Don't see it a lot of times and step on it because it goes around. I do a lot of different camera angles in this place and things happen. Anywho, let's get to it. So we are working on our skateboard, and I did put the spacer, or I put the wall hanger in. Usually putting the wall hanger in gives me a little bit of a point of balance, where the tail and the nose really doesn't give you that much. So, and it also kind of stabilizes the board a little bit, so it's not sliding down on me. But normally I would just throw a couple books underneath it and be good to go. So this is better, but still really not ideal of what you want for your skateboard, is to be rocking back and forth. So I've had this up and running. If you've watched any of my other live streams, you sometimes see it float around my room and never gets used. But a while back, I took a piece of poster board, and I taped two together, and I made a die, or essentially just a blank for a skateboard. And I think I'm going to use this to kind of help me do some placement on this skateboard, so that it's not so floppy. We're not chasing it around. The skateboard is the same width. It's actually drawn off a set of these skateboards, so we'll get the same amount of width into it. But I'll cut it down, and I'm actually going to trace it out a little bit so that we get a good look at what we're doing. So let's get started. First, I'm going to start off with tracing out this, and then I'm going to get to our kangaroo placement and try to figure all of that out. So here we have our skateboard. Are we zoomed all the way out? Yeah, we're at 100% right now. That's good. Okay, I'm going to trace this thing. Are lights different? The shadow, well, my lights are different, which doesn't help. Nope. That's a better shade, but I don't like that shade for either of them. Let's do that shade. Surgical white. Oh. Alright. Skateboard time. Oh, let's have some fun with this. I miss having fun with art. But this is not the fun stage. I need to put in some practice and a little bit of discipline to really get what I want out of my artwork. So that's where I am with it. Just put in the time because that's what I want. It's like practicing for anything. You know, some of us are really good artists to begin with. Some of us practice. Like I have a hard time hitting the line these days. I also never get to turn my page anymore, which is kind of tough. You draw where it lays. Can't really like. I gotta do it all from one visual point. But this is okay because it doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters. It should be close. That wasn't too bad. Decent straight line. Can't complain. I gotta do this part. Just commit. Commit. Know where you're going. Oh man. Okay, good. So then like you have tails here and there. So that's kind of your mark off of where your tails are. I probably should put like, that might not be completely accurate, but it's good. It's good enough, right? So that's skateboard outline. Cool, cool. I'm gonna hit it one extra time just to give it. This doesn't matter. I just want to make it a little bit bolder. And yes, I got real squiggly right there because my sleeve got caught on the mat because I'm dragging my wrist like I shouldn't be. That's why people get those sticks. I don't have a stick. I have a stick. It's back there. I don't know how to use those sticks. They look cool though. They look like they're a great help to people. Especially people who do signs. Oh no. These are the old school. Oh, no, it's not the old school ones. I'm like, why am I getting so much Sharpie fumes? This is, should be the low odor ones. But it's not that. I have an exciting surprise, which is nice. I'm very excited. I have a couple things I need to do. Lots of projects need to be finished. I need to start working more hours on certain things. I don't know if like live streaming's for me, but I know I would like to do some sort of video stuff. So now I need to kind of narrow down what's next. Right? Like that's the plan, is like what is the next step to what I've been practicing doing. And maybe I won't paint for the entire year. I'll stop when I run out of skateboards and skateboards and canvases, which I'm gonna do a real rough count, and it's probably less than 10 more weeks after spring break. I don't want to know where the wheels go, and I might try to make that real evident. These tails might be too short too. Whatever goes on them might have to be lengthened. Ow, my elbow. Okay. Next, what's my plan? Okay, cool. Everything's good with this. The issue with needing to, first off, I need to pull my baby Joey, which will be in my next step. And then I do want to draw these holes. So I'm going to just quickly do something else real quick. Let's do something else real quick. See, I just stepped on my keyboard just now. I messed up everything. Uh-oh. Told you I messed up everything. Now OBS is full screen and I can't get it out of full screen. Oh well, looks like we're gonna have to wait till after the I don't know what I did. No! I can't escape. I can't make it smaller. There's like no corner. Okay, let me try something real quick. If I can get it nope, that didn't work. I told you I step on that thing. Alright, well. OBS, I guess you're just going to be giant sized. It's fine. Doesn't help me at all though. I could really use my large monitor to do things. Oh, there we go. F11 is full screen. Alright, good to know. Fixed it. Alright. So, I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to count how many supplies we have left to see how many episodes we would have left if we continued on our paintings. So it looks to me that I have 4 canvases here. So 4 plus... And I have, so let's go webcam. So webcam, I got 3 more skateboards to do. 1, 2, 3, 3 after this. And then I have 4 canvases. So that gives us 7 items in total, which would put us at another 7 weeks this week included, depending on whether we do a skateboard or a canvas. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. So if I feel like if I can get through that, that'll be, we're on week 15, I believe. I think we're on week 15. So week 15 would put us, week 22, 21. I don't know. We'd have to figure out a number to land on. Maybe 25. 52. Half a year would be 26. Maybe I could push it to 26. That'd be half a year of art, of paintings, and then half a year to like kind of get them to process. That might be a good goal and kind of realistic. If I did something like that, 26. 21 would be right where we're at. 15, I believe this is 14. This next week will be 15. If this not next week will be 16. Kind of lost track. I could tell you. Let me go. I can tell you. Watch. Also, let's see, it's going to inception us, and it's going to be like, no, you're not allowed to do that. Let's go to the desktop. Why is it stuck on that? It shouldn't be. Hold on. Yeah, you're not even there right now. So if you ever want to watch old episodes of Down the Rabbit Hole, you can on Money Makes Monsters on YouTube, because this also gets streamed to YouTube. If you're not even, you might be watching it from YouTube right now, depending on what you're up to. But if you ever want to look back, you can go to live, and there are so many live videos from all sorts of different random things that I've made and painted, made for friends, Easter egg, random stuff, UFO. Okay, but I'm here for a purpose, because I want to know. Oh, and I don't. I should do better at updating stream names. Something I can take care of over the break. But because I don't do that, YouTube just doesn't help me save it. I gotta like change it on the inside. Because I don't know that. I don't know what week we are on. So, Twitch it up. I'm going to just check Twitch real quick. It's really not important. I think it's week 15. I could go around the room and count paintings, but I also might miss one of those because they're everywhere right now. So, like I said, reevaluating our goals here. I'm thinking maybe to finish up what I have in materials and then try to do something with those paintings, whether it be do an art show or try to set that up, maybe go through the process of trying to set up an art show in Seattle or kind of do some other things. But, you know, it's a lot of work to show off some stuff that you might not be the most proud of, but we're here and we're doing things. Anyways, so you can check this out, watch any old episodes if you missed it. Some of them are going to have some gaps in it because we watched YouTube videos and it definitely clipped some stuff. So, you know, that's that. Anyways, let's jump off of this and let's go back to the studio where we're actually working before we had our catastrophe, before everything went haywire. All right. Let's not put our keyboard where we can stand on it. So 7 paintings plus 15 would put us at, with 15 in it, would put us at 21, I think, because we're at 14. This is 14 plus 7 is 21. And that could also be a good place to stop. So, you know, 21 paintings in a row, and then see if I can actually do anything with them, or if the 21 weeks was a complete waste of time. You know, that's kind of the next major goal to shoot for if you're going to be an artist, right? Like, or just paint things and give them away, but you got to have people to give things away to too. So, like, I don't know, it's a complicated game. Anyways, let's get to our process. Here we have our skateboard. Fits in there nice. Like I said, probably going to be a lot longer once you it's probably going to be a lot longer once you put the design on, but this will give us a real good rough estimate of where the skateboard's going to lay. Anyways, I want to put the holes into the template so I kind of know where the holes are and where the trucks will be. I do still like to design stuff that trucks will go on, or it would look good if you put a pair of wheels and trucks on. They're not, I mean, they're not meant to be ridden. These skateboards are like very, very thin. I would just say I wouldn't ride these boards. I think these boards are meant for being painted. These are actually a decent quality. I might ride these. I saw some reviews on this set of boards, and it took people a little while for them to break, but I got on one after I'd sanded it and I bounced around on it and it started cracking in all sorts of weird ways, like creaking and cracking everywhere. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a skate test on them, but then I'll have to find the board I like the least and go skate it. Okay, that's neither here nor there. Let's get to drawing those holes, and I did pull out those skateboards for a reason, because I really didn't need them. So, let's take a skateboard and I'm going to put the other ones away for right now because I don't need them, but they'll be needed soon, so I'm not going to put them far. Alright, and I like to keep my sticker, so let me grab my X-Acto and just get a little... Where is it? Did I put it away? I did. So I'm just going to give it a little... The more plastic I give it, the easier it is to get off, but these things are still a pain to get off. But it's not every day you get the warning crash, skateboarding crash stickers. So I like to save them. Alright, here we go. ASMR. Right? Of the best kind. Oh. Look how glossy that thing is. Dang. Shiny like a bowling ball. Cool though, right? Super shiny. Great to paint on. Not so great to paint on, really. Okay. Skateboard holes, though. And this is going to be just a real rough estimate of where these holes are supposed to be. I need something thin that's sharpened like a regular pencil. See, one of those regular. Aha! This one's regular. Although there's a series of pencils that's at work that are, this lead is like printed just, or is placed just slightly off in their pencils. So they don't sharpen correctly. Alright, let's line up our edges. Those are good on that side, that's good on that side. And looks fine. Okay, I'm going to draw some dots, hopefully. I didn't draw dots earlier, I was just poking the hole. Because there's a film of whatever clear resin they put over these to make them shiny. But I do believe that like holds it together a little bit better. I'm really hoping this is fitting. Oh, my aim is terrible. Oh no. Oh. There we go. Those look like some pretty uneven skateboard. No, they look alright. Here. Put them in with the Sharpie. Oh, hi. How's it going? I'm just here trying to make this template real quick. But I do have something fun to show everyone because I got some fun stuff in the mail, which I'm just going to do a quick little unboxing. Unboxing here. So, cool. Look, skateboard. Exhibit A. And now I don't have to fight a skateboard on stream, and we can kind of make this a little bit easier. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see everything that I'm doing, but we're going to give it the good college try. I'm going to make these bigger than I normally would, just because I want to be able to see them through the transfer paper at all areas. Okay, good. There we go. We got it. Now, these lines aren't very necessary anymore, so I'm just going to get rid of these real quick. And then we're going to take a quick break because I got some cool mail today, which I'm going to open on stream because I'm excited to see what the new product looks like. I don't get packages all that often, so I'm pretty excited for this one. Plus, I really need this one. I can show you that what I've been working with lately and what. Oh, I'm excited. Oh dear. So I'm just erasing these lines just to get a better look. I might even just trim up this end, but who knows? I'm kind of up in the air about trimming the end. How did that get gray? But this will give me a good like base template to say like, okay, I'm gonna do a skateboard. Here's my template. This is what I want it to look like. Here's how big it is approximately. This is the space I have to work with. And I don't have to fumble around with slippery skateboards that are way too glossy. Let me just take a second to show you how much I have to sand. That actually sanding actually does. There goes the keyboard again. I told you. So look at the difference between the sanded skateboard. And I do the sanding in order to get the paint to stick. And it changed scenes on me. How does it do that so magically? I gotta press a bunch of buttons. This thing just does it by itself. Alright, fine. Keyboard, you win. You can go up here. I need a bigger desk. I was thinking about getting a large dining room table. No more drafting desk. Just an old dining room table. Be so much bigger than what I have. But as you can see how shiny like that gloss, and that gloss isn't great to paint on. So if you sand your surface, the paint seems to take a little bit better to this than this. So I've just been sanding them. But boy, that makes my arm tired sometimes. Okay, next. So good, skateboards. We're down to 7. We're down to 3 skateboards. We're down to 4 new canvases. That would put us at 21 art projects. 21 art projects in the first 21 weeks of, oh man, I should do 24 for 2024. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I'm thinking art projects first, and then we'll document how you get things into art shows and putting things on your website and all the other little things that you kind of need to do. But first I got to create a foundation of art. So that's where we are with this part. It's a little bit of a grind. I'm not going to lie. I feel like I've been at it for a while, and we're getting through it. Anyways, good, right? Boom. Great. Now I'm going to take a kind of a mental note of where this is on our skateboard, and we're doing like the baby Joey's bottom piece like 2 inches above, or probably like an inch and a half above the holes in this board. So this will be pretty, come on tape, this will be pretty easy to just kind of transfer over and move it off the board. So you're just not fighting the board as much. I mean, it just depends on how you're working. I feel like I work here at the studio a lot. A, just to film things, and B, just to film things. It's much nicer to sit in bed and draw a skateboard, trust me. Like, it fits perfectly on your lap. It's just kind of fun. This... it's not fun trying to put it in the camera angle and draw it at this specific angle that only fits in this one thing. This is not how you want to be drawing, right? Draw like comfortably. Normal people should draw comfortably. For me, we're just trying to experiment and show people what they can do. So this is like you not working in your best conditions, and I'm sure you can do much better out there. I'm just showing you kind of my process. Anyways, let's get to other things. Cool. Look. Nice. I got mail today, which is great. Look at, I got mail. Mail. And I'm going to open that mail. This mail is very important, though, because this has my all-important mustache wax. My mom sent me it, and so I'm going to see what it smells like, because the last one smelled like pumpkin spice, but it's been so long. I've had it for probably years. I can show you the container it's in. Let's jump over to the studio and let's take a look at what's going on. So there's our package. Originally, she made it for me in this old Altoids container. So we have this bad boy that's been sitting around for years. It's not dirty. The wax gets hard, and then I have to separate it off. But over time, that's all I have left. It melts and then unmelts and melts and then unmelts and then starts like becoming weird. But I'm almost out of this stuff, so I needed some more, and she made me some more, so that's very nice of her. I do appreciate it. Thanks, Mom, for getting things done. I know you've been having a busy week too, so I appreciate that things are happening. All right, cool. I hope she didn't send anything embarrassing in this too. She wouldn't have, because she didn't know I was opening it live on stream. It's not like baby pictures or a note. There's probably a note. Probably. I'm guessing. Ooh, it's a big one. It's a big one. It's written on a brown paper lunch bag. Here's your mustache wax. Hope you like it. Getting it to you as soon as possible. ASAP. Love, Mom. Cool. Mustache wax. This is like the secret. There's a dinosaur on it. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is a big one. I don't know if I can pocket this one around. Probably can. It's probably as big as that one. Yeah. It's pretty thick. Nice though. Nice. I'm excited. And I got some free tape. Look. Free tape. Every day. Getting things. Alright, let's smell it. Smells good. What does it smell like though? I can't tell. Very interesting. It smells good though. I don't know what it smells like though. It's like kind of got a cinnamony smell to it. It's very soft. Like butter. Oh, it's really soft. Oh, it's nice. The good thing about mustache wax is that it's so cold here in Seattle that as soon as I step outside, even if it's a little bit warm, like it's a little warm in my room. So this mustache wax is... Oh man, it's so nice. So nice to have. Yeah, cool. Great, smells good. Mom's always keeping me dialed in. Cool. Well, thanks, Mom. I'll have to send her. I'll have to call her and let her know. Anyways, great. Cool. Mustache wax. Smells good too. And I need to take care of myself and trim my mustache a little bit. We'll have to see the real test in a little bit because it's still a little new. It does smell good though. It's like so nice and smooth from like the fresh pour. Watch, I'll show you guys. Studio. Like, look. It's all nice and smooth, so I don't want to like, I'm trying to take off the side. But of course I've already ruined it over here. Oh. That's what we want to watch. Let's watch him do his mustache for 2.5 hours. I bet you that'd be a more viewed stream. If I just sat here and trimmed my mustache. People are into the weirdest things. If you can think it up, they're probably into it. But man, that stuff works good. I'm excited. Let's see. Let's see if I can see it in the webcam. Yeah, looks like it's keeping it pretty nice. Uh-oh, did I get a big glob of it in my mustache? Always have to check when you go out. You're not rocking a glob of mustache wax in your mustache. Yeah, I think it looks good. Okay, cool. Great. I'm excited for this because now I don't have to use my old one, but I might still need to bring that one with me for like emergency like pick-me-ups. This might be like the day starter, so I can leave this one at home. The problem is taking it with me. Like I said, it melts due to body heat. The wax that holds my mustache together isn't very it's pretty temperature sensitive. Like it gets too warm and the wax really does kind of melt it, which is nice. It's not like a very sticky and tacky wax. And then once it like cools down, it like hardens the way you shaped it, which is nice if you have a handlebar mustache. I don't know that many people with a handlebar mustache. I know a lot of people who talk to people who have handlebar mustaches because people talk to me all the time about it. I forget that I even have it. Like, I see so many people in a day, and I feel like they don't even bat an eye at it because we see each other every day at work. And then, like, when I go shopping, people are, like, staring at me. I'm like, what is going on? Oh, that's what's happening. Anyways, I got to do a shout out to my mom and thanks for the new product. We're not doing a product testing. This is not a Sally's. We're just kind of passing through that idea. And let's get back to work. Be able to talk my way out of work all night tonight. Haven't drawn one thing other than colored the outside of our skateboard. But very cool. Thank you. I'm very appreciative of this. Smells good. I don't know what it smells like. It smells good though. And it holds up great. Fantastic. I don't know the last time I got mustache wax made though. The mustache wax lasts me a long time. So it is nice. But I know my mom took some time and went out and got me some things. Maybe I'll print some pictures of her dog or something and send them to her, or make some stickers. Magnets, I don't know. Maybe we'll do a magnet making stream on this stream and see if I can cut magnet material. I'm also thinking about getting another small webcam so that I can film over on the print station as well. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with all that stuff and kind of upgrading the stream a little bit. Anyways, baby Joey, here we have him. He's looking like a punk. I really like his body style. His face is starting to line up pretty well. You can see it. There you go. I did this on a recycled piece of paper, so this isn't quite part of it. I do like the look though. It would be cool to put like 3 hearts over his head or something. Now I gotta draw mama legs, which I think the legs will be pretty easy. Like the pouch all the hair kind of goes down this way to like the center, and there's kind of a seam, and then there's like skinny looking legs, but I know they're not skinny. Then I gotta figure out, do I put mama's nose here? And where does the UFO go on this one? There's no UFO to tie into this one when it's kind of designed not to have I might just like bling him out in some UFO, maybe give him a UFO tattoo. I should put it in there somewhere. There's no real reason. Maybe I'll just put it on his hat. Call it a day. we'll see. We'll see. But we need to put Mama Kangaroo's arms in. We need to define the pouch a little bit. And I'm going to do that by using a variety of... Actually, I'm going to use tracing paper for the next two pieces. I really should just buy the roll. Instead of using the pages. But for now, we just have the pages, so we're going to kind of stick to what we got. Tracing paper is not cheap. Oh man, I totally forgot about the orangutans. These need to be finished too. There's too much artwork. Do they need to be finished though? Do I like any of these? I mean, I drew 3 different ones on 3 different types of paper, and all of them look pretty rough. Maybe alcohol markers aren't the way to go. Maybe I need to get better at using those. I don't know. We'll see. Not here nor there. I might just put them back in here, so maybe I kind of forget about the orangutan. See, I told you I would have miscounted by 1. And we would have been on stream just trying to like figure out which one I was missing for 15 minutes. That's not how we want to spend our life. This should be entertaining. It's not that entertaining. It will be more entertaining though eventually when I figure out what's going on with everything. I don't really need this bottom piece of tracing paper, but I feel like why not? It's kind of already here, so just do it. The hands are going to be the hardest part, I feel. Like this, I just want to do it so I can have a little bit of an idea of what that bottom part's going to look like. Just in theory. Whew. Back it out a little bit. Just to kind of give it a little bit more, to give him more shape and depth. I need him to like, right? But skin doesn't stretch like that, so if he's out here, this needs to be out here, right? But you can't tell because there's so much fur. But we're gonna just straight line down to the middle, kind of. And this is gonna be the line where our hair grows around kind of the bulge where he's kicking it in. Maybe this goes, it's gonna have to go off. Then you have like a leg here and a leg kind of here, and like our hair is going. Man, this pencil's bad. Let's see what else I got. This looks better. And the hair is going. This is worse. This is darker graphite. A little bit easier to see. Is that right? I don't think this needs to be here. I think we kind of have to like let this happen. I don't think it really needs a defining line to the edge. Right, so something like that. And there's that. Here's kind of the leg, the other leg, and then you get like the tail really. It's back here, but this is going to be a big, like brown, this will be a big dark area back here where the tail goes. I'm just going to give it a quick, kind of really committing to this tail now though, because the pencil doesn't erase as easily as you want it to. Oh man, but it sure does smear. Look at how much smearing I've done here. Okay, so there's the kind of the bottom of the board, right? Then we need the top. I gotta like look at, this is really odd because baby Joeys don't actually sit like this, and he needs to be like, it needs to be bulgy. The hair direction is gonna change where he's at, you know. Kind of have to look at an example of this to kind of figure that out, but this would still be true. His arms are still going to be in the same spots, right? Let's fold this up so we can get a better look at his hands, right? And I guess I could trim this in theory. Doesn't need to be like this. So you got him. That looks pretty legitimate. And there's gonna need to be some shading on the inside of this thigh right here. And some shading on the inside of this thigh right here too, leading to the back of the leg. Right? Which would give us the illusion of two legs. Alright. We're going to move down. And we are going to, I think I need to like figure out what's going on here a little bit better. But eventually. I'm not really there yet. This is okay for now. Alright, well, I'm going to bring it down a little bit, hopefully, so I can get to it. Also so you can see it. This is not a great angle. Let's just put that in frame. Now I gotta draw mama. That's gonna require a little bit of research. Like we said last, I don't know, we were here on Friday and we looked up the hands and it kind of looked like maple leaves, I think was the comment out there in the chat. But let's get back to that idea. And let's go to the desktop. I know it has my YouTube up there still, but let's window capture and let's just jump over to a kangaroo. I think I went down this rabbit hole and I found just a photo of the hands. But I don't remember where I saved it. Or if I saved it. I tend not to save a lot of these photos just because otherwise they'd end up everywhere. But they need to be hanging down a little bit. Because that's how they always are. They're like in the face of the baby Joey for some reason. Baby Joey with mama. Let's see what this comes up with. They do like a somersault to get in. They go in head first. Wild. Like, if you saw that out in nature, you'd be like, what is happening? Where did that thing go? See, this one has like its legs up in the air.
TurboTax Live, full service.
Dear Lord, that's not what I wanted. See, this one's like completely over. This one's pretty stood up, so I think I'm gonna do more of the standing pose where you can only see. I want to do the yoked out pose, but I don't think I can do that. Have you seen those? It's the normal pose for kangaroo. Look how that is a beast of a kangaroo. Like our friend Roger who beat up the poor ranger. Like this pose would be nice. That looks like almost hands would be out in front. Which, to our research, that's kind of the idea. Huh. So you think if it was standing, like, we're gonna get like a chest bone and like a pec somewhere in here. So I would say, and then the arms, elbows meet the pec, and then the hands would probably be, let's see. See if we can find anything else. I mean, this is not even a real, this is a cartoon, so technically I shouldn't use that. That thing looks scary. That's not what I want to use either, though. See, like, this is the pose that Mama needs to be making, right? Here. Where she's laid back and Joey's out front. So the hands would come down to about here. Then you would get just like the neck. And then like an arm. Right? And that arm really breaks away more right about. See, it's hard for me to get a read because this one looks different. Looks like it's got a pretty long torso. But if the Joey's standing straight up, I think the hands would be. Let's see, let's get some more perspective. Here we go. So let's say I drew this arm, which I think it looks like there's like a long. My pencil's dead. You ever have your pencil die on you? I'm fighting. This peacock feather will not go away. Like attacks me all the time. All right, happy face. Jiminy Christmas. When your supplies start attacking you. Okay. So I'm thinking hands need to go right here, right? Let's draw. Oh man, then you're pulling focus. But maybe hands are only coming in a little bit, right? Because we need to put these arms are pretty decently long shaped, and I think perspectively I'm not going to get a whole lot on what I want unless this kangaroo is like the skinniest kangaroo in the world. So you got like an elbow. I'm not trying to draw it off. I'm just trying to figure out. And then you have like, oh, that's not going to help. I didn't even leave room for the hand. And I think the arm's going to be coming out because these hips, this hip has got to come out. All right, we got a hip here. And there's a hip here, like a big hip. And then we got mama kangaroo. We'll probably have like look at this picture. No sound. I didn't want any sound. I wanted that picture of that kangaroo. All right, Wild Wednesdays. Where is this? Wow. So you see how the hands like really kind of just hang out in front of the face, and he's ducking, right? So he's low. This Joey is actually pretty high. As we can see that the pouch kind of swells up a little bit to take and like curls out where, and then you get like 2 layers, so like double layer. So that'll probably help. So this just kind of bulges a bit, gives us a little bit more shape. And then we got the big legs on the side, which you can't see. You're only going to be able to see that inside of that leg, which is okay. Alright, I'm going to jump over in a split screen so everyone can see what's happening. Sorry, I apologize. And even this is probably not the best. So I'm looking at a Joey so I can see, but I'm thinking this whole area, we're going to change the way we kind of look at it, where he's kind of more in a pouch, which is what we were missing. I drew the front of the kangaroo, but I didn't really like draw a pouch here, and that's what we needed to do. You know, we need to fit him into that. Give him some space, right? He's got a tail and all sorts of other things in there. And then that'll help with all this, right? I can get the, yeah, good. Better. Better, not great. This little shadow's not helping, but it's a line that's underneath the tracing paper. But this is a good place for me to work on things and kind of make it a little bit better. Yeah, so hands are right there in the front. So I kind of want to put her hands right here in this space. One on each side. This is going to be on a really weird situation. So I want to do a little bit of trimming which will be fine. This will be okay. Just so I can like kind of lay this flat. And this is okay. You can do this. You can do whatever you want. It's your process. You make it happen. However you want to do it, make it happen. However long it takes you, let it take you that long. Eventually you'll find a better process and it'll get faster and faster. But you got to start somewhere. You got to start understanding what you're doing. So here we go. We got this. I want to put her hands. I don't even need this. Who needs the color chart? This color chart's not even for this project. This color chart was just to see which medium transferred the best. Was it the Prismacolors, the Crayolas, or the pastels? Pastels definitely transferred the best onto white paper, or onto black paper. Black medium. Just so we know on that one. Alright, we're also coming up to the last 20 minutes of the stream. And this, in order for us not to like blast through it like we normally do, I kind of want to take some time and roll dice, pick mediums, and move on. We're going to go back to the old formula. Like I said, I kind of want to burn through some more of the painting material, burn through some paints, learn to paint. And I feel like jumping over to alcohol markers, even though it is a fun challenge for us to do, I feel like right now is not the time to jump into that. I'll take maybe an entire month at some point and do all alcohol marker work and see if I can get better with that. Yeah. I was just trying to draw the hair in. So yeah, this part needs to be all shaded in a little bit. Now. Because that's still just the tail that's back there. And the hair growth will still happen in this format where it's growing in, but now I have a better round base. Okay, so hands and arms. So in the photo that I have, these arms are actually kind of perfect. I really like this visual. Let's see if I can show it to you guys. So you see how the hands are really close to the baby Joey's face? But this one is like completely immersed in the pouch, right? Like 100% in the pouch. And I feel like our baby Joey is kind of standing up straight, like getting ready to fight, kind of getting ready to get out. I might make that more evident by putting some maybe texture in here on the bottom, but I don't know if I'm good enough to do that. I'm figuring out what shape it looks like inside of skin, which would be a cool like challenge to try to do. And I should really challenge myself to draw more complicated sets of shapes of like, yeah, okay, now my challenge here is to figure out, okay, does it completely bulges out, like it pretty much camouflages itself. It's hard to draw things, but let's put those hands in and let's get that kind of started. So I like the hands. Hand placement though, as you can see over there on that one, you have the hands like right above the head, but because our baby Joey is kind of more he's standing up more, I think the hand should go down here. And this is interesting because if we put a hand here, say we put a hand here, it's going to come real close to his face. And it has really skinny like forearms, kangaroos. Okay, good. Okay, problem. Someone forgot to tape something down. That doesn't seem like him at all. I really need a set director to be like, hey, don't forget to tape down your thing. I need another me. But I don't think that'd be good for the rest of the world. Actually, maybe. Maybe the other me would be a better representation of myself. He could do all the things he was supposed to do, I guess. I don't know what he's supposed to be doing. Still, question that every day. But hopefully, the goal is just to evolve and try to get better at whatever you're working on. Do it to your best of your ability and just see if you can do it better every time. So here we are. Although, to be real fair, I really need to start shutting down this stream and working on our goal of picking next week's supplies. So there's 5 fingers in this one. The hands are curled down though. So we got the middle finger, then there's a finger here, and then there's a thumb finger that's here. But I need to get in there and look at what this would look like. This is kind of just the base look of what I'm trying to achieve. That's only 4. Then this comes up and it goes up to like a very furry patch of hair, and then comes out, kind of goes back, and then you'll never see what's going on here because it comes out here in corners here, and then you have the shoulder blade that comes straight down like this. I'm just trying to draw out the full piece even though it's not all there. You guys probably can't see a thing. Yeah, it'll probably be a lot easier once I get to paint. And this one I'm actually sticking to paint, so we're gonna have to really work that in. So I'm going to need a copy of this hand on the other side to replicate our other hand. So just for the sake of time, I'm going to block in here the opposite. So coming down here like a thick forearm, and then right about here we're gonna have where it comes into the chest, right? I kind of just have to like figure out like these lines a little bit better and how this all works. Right, like maybe I can design something cool on the hands to make it look like Mama's a fighter too. Right, I gotta kind of work out these where the arms are gonna sit. But I don't think any face. So just arms, fur. You can see the fur grain goes like this in a lot of it. So I can add all the fur grain when I get to it. But that's pretty much where we're at with this project. And I think that'll end up looking good at the end. I gotta work on giving it some depth, like work on shading this back, work on figuring out how this chest works, and how to bring these hands forward is going to be the hardest part. How do I give this space behind this? How does this curve in? Because this arm curves out a lot more, and then it hits this fur, but the actual arm itself is here and is solid. And you got like the wrist part bone here to put in. I don't know. Then I can do a cool design here on her hands. I want to give her hands more stylized to hands of the Joey, so give a lot more detail, put some knuckles in here, maybe put a ring on her finger. Could give her knuckle tattoos as well if I wanted to. Like Rue. Her name is R-U. Rue. So a lot of room for design and kind of make it cool, stylize it in a different way. But let's put this aside. We've made some progress on the Kangaroo skateboard. Like I said, next week is spring break. I'm going to spend some time on stream wrapping up a lot of projects during that time, getting them finalized, signing them, trying to clear coat them, put a gloss over them, and get them kind of ready for like an art show. I would assume, like maybe if I was doing an art show, not that I have anything planned, but like I said, it's kind of easier to do the art show once you already have the art than it is to like book an art show when you have no art. So I'm just kind of pre-planning, getting some of the art out of the way and going, here, look, this is the gallery. We can put up 10 skateboards. I have all the mounts. Skateboards are sold with the mounts because I don't want them, and kind of go from there. The problem is like, how do you get places to hang up stuff, especially skateboards, because they're kind of destructive. I might go pedal one of them to one of the local skate shops here and see if they like the design. Maybe try to sell it that way. Make $100 or something. We'll see. We're gonna try to see how we can actually make money off things that we draw, or if it's a not waste of time. It could just be a hobby, right? And you kind of have to draw your line of like whether you want it to be a hobby or whether you want to make money at it. I've never really wanted to pursue art and make money at art. I really just like creating new stuff and learning how to create new stuff. Every time I create something new, it's like one thing I've learned and a tool I can put in my tool belt and use it again when I need it. So it's useful for me to learn things. So that's why I value learning things. It's not useful to anyone else if I know something. Sometimes it is, like when we go out for trivia. I know very few things about trivia though. Okay, let's put this away because again we have 8 minutes to pick our stuff and do that project. But like I said, I can get carried away and just sit and draw forever. But let's not do that today. Let's say a million words before this episode's over. And let's do that with our friends. Where are we at? Where's Mr. ChatGPT? Here we go. Let's start. All right. So are you ready? Here we go. Our plan is for today. Here we have our old board. We had a lot of things going on. I like this setup. This is really cool. We gain a lot of different avenues to do things in, but I still am not ready to add a bunch of new stuff. I thought I was, then I'm still too busy to actually like invest enough time into this show to make it great. So we're just kind of just skating along here. But we're going to erase the top two. We're going to take off the pastels and the Pashkas. Should probably do that. You guys, so let's go to desktop. Let's go to studio. And I'm going to take away the alcohol markers and the Pashkas because, or alcohol markers and pastels for now. Because I don't want to be working on paper. I feel like that's a completely different medium, needs to be framed, needs to I'll get to working with paper when I actually start doing prints of things. So let's start off in paint and then let's move to paper later. We don't have the red kangaroo because that was last week's project and that's over. We're going to take away our skateboard. Again, we're going to ask the question what our skateboard should be. Should we make it even? Last week we said it was odds. So maybe this week it'll be the evens. I don't know. We'll leave that up to the chat. See what chat says about that. Whether it would be even or odd. I can actually rewrite this whole part. Let's not split hairs here. Let's just get some work done. Man, I wish our dry erase boards at school erased like this, like never erase, because we lose so much stuff. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's red too. I don't need red, I need blue. Blue stuck in the cup. Okay. So for today's project, we are. Oh, that didn't hang out. Stay there. Thank you. Okay, nice. So we have. So is it evens or odds for skateboards this week? I'll leave it up to the chat. So we have skate. Board, or we have canvas. Skateboard or canvas, even or odd is the question. We'll leave that here. Let's draw our dice to see what we're gonna go do there. While the chat's trying to figure out whether we're gonna make a skateboard even or odd, we're going to jump into ChatGPT and create some animals for it to pick from. So let's do that now. Even or odd, chat, what are we doing with the skateboard? Let's go. Let's jump into the desktop. There's our nifty ChatGPT. Let's ask for 6 more animals. We've asked for so many. We're going to paste. We are going to enter. It is going to produce 6 more animals. We have the hippopotamus. We have the elephant seal, snow leopard, golden eagle, green anaconda, or mountain gorilla. Skateboard's odd. Thank you, chat. Great job. Let's get started. We only have 3 more minutes. Like I said, a lot of this congestion that you're seeing here is just I've been trying to get projects done. I've been getting them started. I've been laying down all the prep work. I've been doing all the research. I've been figuring out how things move. But by the time I get to drawing something, I just run out of time. So during spring break, it's going to be, one day after another. I'm going to take that day and finish that project completely. So after spring break, I can move on fresh and keep going. Also with Hot Wheels videos and all the other things that are happening right now, I'm still just trying to stay above board. And the Hot Wheels video for this week is going to be different because I'm not going to do old collection. I'm going to do some of the new stuff that is coming out or has come out in the last year or even maybe the last couple weeks, just to show you some current stuff. And maybe that will have a bigger draw or get a bigger audience. So we're going to try to do that this week, mix it up a little bit, because I know seeing cars from 2000s is great and all, but what if you're collecting now? Like maybe people want to see some of those cars. So I do have a few, and we will, so this week's episode is going to be different. That's way too much talking. Okay, so let's get back to our split screen. and really work this out. Let's zoom in. There we go. Here's this. Da, 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 da. Let's zoom out. There we go. Perfect. Chat said skateboard will be odd today. Canvas will be even. We're going to roll dice. Should I roll the blue dice for the blue and the red dice for the red? I'm thinking that's good, or should I switch it up? What do we think? Switch it up or leave it the same? Switch it up or leave it the same? Only in an hour and a half stream today. Okay, leave it the same. Got it? Good. All right, let's do it then. Okay, first we don't need the split screen. You can see me sweat it out, so we're going to jump to the studio. Here we go. Let's hope that I make it onto our little thing. Set it up right there. Cool. We can see it. Chat's starting to run over my face. That happens every once in a while. I should fix that eventually. All right. Give me, I don't care. Just give me a number. Whoa. 6. So 6 is even. We're going to be working on canvas this week. Good. Good change. I like the mix up. Skateboards are, like I said, not the easiest to work on. That's why you saw that I had started working on a piece of paper, which is making it a lot easier not to struggle with the skateboard. I will struggle with the skateboard when I get to paint, so I feel like I'll do enough struggling. Okay, now let's jump over to the split screen, take a look at that. There we have our lineup. Hippopotamus, that would be fun to do. Elephant seal, that would be pretty cool to do. Snow leopard, not so fun to do. Snow leopards are all white. Snow leopard in like a group of panthers maybe. Snow leopards in something that would give contrast. I feel like snow leopards in snow is just a set of eyes, which is what they're supposed to look like, camouflage. So, I don't know. I don't know how that goes. Anyways, let's give it a roll. Let's get it done. Here we go. Drum roll, please. I need a sound effect. Someone get me a soundboard. It's coming soon. Oh! That is a solid 2. So solid 2 would put us at elephant seal. Okay. Gonna be somewhat close to the narwhal, I feel. As in like shape. Less like an elephant. Which is weird that I'd compare it to the narwhal, but to be fair, the narwhal is the only thing we've really drawn in the sea. The axolotl is half in the sea and half out of the sea. For this one, I should do the UFO struggling to like take off after it's got yeah, it's a blob. Like the UFO struggling to take off after it's gotten the elephant seal in its cargo bay. I haven't really put a whole lot of things inside the UFO recently. It's all been abductions, really, or the UFO trying to take something from the other animals, like food, or the frogs. The UFO's taking a tadpole or an egg. So I don't know. We'll see what this one brings to mind. It would be cool to put it inside the UFO, or make it look like it's inside the UFO. But who knows? You know, like the narwhal was underwater. We made the UFO submarine. It's just gonna have to sit in my brain a little bit and kind of marinate. Like I said, we're going to do a million words before we get out of here. Please give me some factual information about the elephant seal. This is fun to do. Let's do something fun. Written by a 4th grade student who loves marine life. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Just for fun. Because every time we read something, it's so stale and boring. Oh dear. Okay, so here's ChatGPT's version of what we normally do, but this is written by a 4th grader who's very excited about whales, or very excited about. Sure thing. Here's a kid-friendly description of the elephant seal. Hey there, did you know that the amazing elephant, whoa, let's be able to read, right? Let's jump fully into desktop so you can see. It's giving you most of it. It's cutting off like a tiny bit there, but we'll just have to follow along. So it says, hey there, did you know about the amazing elephant seal? They are like the kings of the ocean. These big guys are called elephant seals because they have a big nose that looks like an elephant's trunk. They're super cool marine animals that spend most of their time in the water, but they also love to hang out on the beach. Elephant seals are huge. Some of them can be as big as a small car. They have thick blubber under their skin to keep them warm in the cold ocean. And guess what? They're excellent swimmers. They can dive really deep, even deeper than some submarines. They can hold their breaths for a long time too, up to 2 hours. Another fun fact about elephant seals is that they love to eat fish and squid. They have big mouths and sharp teeth that catch their yummy meals. And when it's time to relax, you'll often see them lying on a beach soaking up the sun. But did you know that even though elephant seals are big and strong, they're actually pretty gentle? They're not interested in bothering people, and they spend most of their time with other seals playing and resting. So next time you see a picture of an elephant seal, remember how awesome they are. They're like giants of the sea, and they have a big heart, just like their big nose. I hope this helps you capture the wonder of the elephant seal for your young marine enthusiast. If you have any more questions or need more information, feel free to ask. So this is like a tour. You'd read this as a tour. I could literally make a YouTube video about the elephant seal just by reading ChatGPT and like putting it to some pictures, which is kind of cool. Like you could do like miniature tiny reports about different animals like quite quickly. I mean, as long as you trust everything. I think I made written by a 4th grade student that loves marine life. It didn't really give me it gave me a kids friendly. I wonder if they put a stop to that, to writing different tones. I just want to see real quick. Please written in the tone of a 4th grade student. I just want to see if it's different or if it's the same. Okay, so here's some fun and factual information about elephant seals, just like a 4th grader might tell it. Hey, did you know elephant seals are like the big sleepy giants of the ocean? They are called elephant seals because, well, they have these huge noses that kind of look like elephant trunks. How cool is that? So get this. Who's this kid? Elephant seals are super big and super heavy. Like some of them can weigh up to as much as a car. And they're really good at swimming. They can dive really deep into the ocean, like even deeper than the deepest swimming pool you've ever seen. But here's the thing, even though they are big and kind of chubby, elephant seals are actually amazing divers. They can hold their breath for a really long time, up to 2 hours. That's like holding your breath through a whole movie. And guess what they like to eat? Fish and squid too. They have these big mouths and sharp teeth to catch their yummy snacks. But when they're not eating or swimming, you can find them chilling out on the beach, soaking up the sun. Oh, and did you know they're kind of noisy too? They make these funny sounds like grunts and growls. It's their way of talking to each other. So next time you think about the ocean, don't forget about the awesome elephant seals. They're big, they're cute, and they're totally amazing. I hope this captures the fun and wonder of elephant seals for your 4th grade marine life enthusiast. If you have any more questions or want to know more, just ask. So ChatGPT just throwing it down to us. Anyways, that's kind of the fun part of this. So elephant seal for this week, we're going to push through. I believe it's week 15. I'm kind of lost count because there's so many paintings going on. But the plan is get through this week. Next week, spring break. Work through spring break. Make more finished paintings. It's going to be spring cleaning really for me here. It's going to be getting through paintings, and that is going to be the biggest part of the plan. Anyways, I hope everyone enjoyed their Monday, and thanks for tuning in and watching tonight. We will be back here in the studio tomorrow, probably just to work on some projects that need some catching up on. This weekend I kind of got involved in a very long Call of Duty game. If you weren't aware, there's a 10-hour Call of Duty game. I beat my high score by I want to say 14 levels. I went from 33 to 57 was my high score. No, 24 levels. Yeah, so we went 24 levels farther than I had gone. But that also took 10 hours of pretty much straight gameplay. It was a long day on Saturday, and we need to catch up and I did have the time. Saturdays are the days that I try to do not as much work, so that one wasn't really work. It was just a fun game with a friend. Anyways, like I said, that's going to be it for this one. We'll be back in the studio tomorrow for 2 hours, just kind of hanging out. So if you want to stop by, come by, check out progress. I'll be here. Anyways, have a good night, and we'll see you for sure on Wednesday to update progress on what we're going to do with our elephant seal, kind of the idea behind the plan. Anyways, good night out there, and we'll see you next time. Peace.